Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Artistic where art meets life. I hope you all are doing great. In today's video I'll be creating one of my orders which is for my cousin. This is going to be an Arabic calligraphy painting and we are going to start by coloring the whole canvas yellow. I asked her if she had an idea about what she wanted because I had no clue what to do. So she sent me a reference pic and we'll be following that. First, I'll be creating the background design which is going to be filled with sunflowers. Here I'm using my round petal brush. I mixed a small amount of orange with yellow and added enough water so that the flowers look light and sweet. I'm sorry about the bad lighting. I was actually experimenting with my new setup, so I shot this in the afternoon. I realized that the natural lighting didn't do well, so I switched back to my ring light. And now the video looks better than before. Also, there might be some parts of the video where the lighting will look different, and I'm sorry about that too. I accidentally switched between two different lights and I only realized that when I started editing. Well, let's move on and get back to our flowers. Then, adding a small amount of brown to the same orange yellow mix, I painted the center of the flowers. This is the first time I'm creating a floral background for an acrylic painting and I enjoyed this a lot. Now while making the new flowers, I realized the rest of the flowers looked too light, so I decided to go over them once again. Now, one thing I realized is that while creating a floral background, we need to make sure that we're using it very light. Now, as it is acrylic, you make a mistake and you have to do it all over again. So, one needs to be really patient and concentrated while doing this. So, this was the reference picture she sent, but she wanted the flowers to be all over the background. So, one by one, I filled all the sides of the canvas with them. I am not really good with sunflowers, but I tried my best and I actually liked how they turned out at last. By the way, this is also the largest canvas painting I've ever made until now, and this took me almost a week to finish as Ramadan was going on. So I shot this like before Eid and also after Eid. By the way, how was your Eid this year? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you haven't watched my last video, make sure to check it out. I also made leaves in between the flowers, but I did not record it. The light and mild leaves gave a little more depth to our background. And when I finally thought that I'll be done with it and I can start writing the name, I messed up. You'll see the mess in a while. As we're making sunflowers, I decided to use red color and I added a little bit of orange to it. As I said earlier, that one needs to be really patient and concentrated while doing such things. I was not. I was literally in such a hurry that I messed up so bad. I also added silver paint to it to make it look shiny, but it was another mistake. I don't know what was wrong with me. I should have first write down the names on a paper and practice it, but instead I tried to be extra smart. The only thing I did was make border with pencil within which I wrote the names and I directly tried it on the canvas. So I had to write three names one below the other, and when I first started it did not turn out. Even though I did traced the canvas out with a pencil so that I don't make a mistake, it did not really look good. And whenever I do some kind of dumb and stupid stuff, I always ask ChatGPT for help. So with the help of ChatGPT, I used a sandpaper and tried to erase the names as far as possible without damaging the canvas. I did not record any of that. I just erased it and then got back to writing. But guess what? I did not realize the name was not looking good and I continued to write it afterwards. And the case was not only with the first one. I wrote all the three names and then I realized how bad they look. The red was not shiny at all and it looked a bit too harsh on the yellow background. So I changed. Well, when it comes to me, I always create messes. Always. But thankfully, I know how to fix them too. I did the same thing with the rose gajra. At first I messed it up so bad, and then I remade it, and that's when it looked perfect. So I used yellow paint, mixed it with some white color, and covered only the area with the name, and I repeated this quite a few times. And then I brushed off some yellow paint like we did in the beginning to make it look even. And then over the same area I painted the sunflowers again. Yes, all over again. Always the extra work for me. This time the flowers look a little more darker than before, but it's fine. Thankfully, this time I used my brain and practiced the names on a paper in a good style. And then I traced it on the canvas with pencil. And only then did I write it with paint. This time I used pink color, which I feel gives a more subtle look. Then after writing all the names, I thought I should add some border. So I used gold paint and created small petal like design. Now the border is not really visible right now in the camera. I'll show you that at the end. Also, I outlined all the names with white color to make it pop out. And now finally we have completed, and this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye.